close your eyes and imagine.
It's haunting time, all right?
Does anybody know what the Godolphin Cup is?
We know.
Tell us about it.
A prize for a horse race.
That's absolutely right. It's a cup for a horse race. And this particular cup was won in 1928 by a horse called Merlin. And that horse was trained by Sir Jasper Milton and ridden by his son Bertie. It was a family affair. But when they celebrated that night, the party took a strange turn. One that Bertie was to remember for a long time. The tragic events of that night were to intertwine with two young people and a home that they wanted to call their own.
Right, everyone close their eyes until I say when.
What if I don't like this new house?
You will, Paul, you will. Have I ever let you down?
Frequently.
Okay, guys, open up.
Wow. This is mega,
Dad, it's like a palace. Can we go in?
Sure, it's ours.
John, you have to take George.
David, are you completely out of your mind? We can't afford a house like this.
When the film company adapt my novel, we'll have lots of money.
Supposing they don't.
It's in the bag.
Couldn't you have waited?
All I've done is take a 3-month lease on the place. We're not committed.
Yeah, but in the meantime, we've sold a perfectly good little home.
Something very special about this house, Paula. I know you're going to feel the same way. Believe me.
Some of these paintings are really old.
Come on, George, this is your new home. George!
Well,
It's big.
room to breathe at last.
Plenty. This is no furniture.
What? Oh no, they've taken it.
You're not going to tell me you've rented this place unfurnished.
Can't remember.
David, we've just sold all our furniture with the house.
Sorry.
No sign.
He looked terrified. Okay, kids, quickly go around and see if they've left us anything to sleep on.
If they haven't, can we camp out on the floor with sleeping bags?
No, you can't. Okay, so where's the kitchen, David?
Through there. I think.
I'm surprised you noticed.
But no one could deny it was a beautiful house, and the Rhodes family could be very happy there if they would be allowed to stay there. Why not? There were unseen forces at work to make very certain they didn't.
It's not funny.
Hey, Mum, just a couple of old, nasty-looking single beds.
That's all? Oh, great.
Study's wonderful.
Yeah, what's in it?
What? Oh, nothing, but I know where I'm going to put the desk.
I'm so pleased. Right, kids, while we're gone, I want you to unpack all your things, okay?
Yep.
Okay. Come on, David.
Where are we going?
I want to find some orange boxes to sit on.
Not exactly a good start to the day, but stranger things are about to happen.
George! George!
Come on, Kate, help!
Shh.
What?
I heard something.
Doesn't sound like George.
It's a horse, whinnying. It's coming from that picture.
Don't be stupid.
It is.
I must have left my radio going.
Wasn't on, was it?
Well, it's probably coming from next door.
There's no house next door.
Oh.
What's that?
Sounds like a banjo.
More like a ukulele.
Okay, so it's a ukulele. It's not.
Where was it coming from?
Oh, I don't know. Someone passing in the road?
Walking along playing a ukulele happens all the time.
It's coming from up there.
I know.
It's just the wind.
Is it?
Well, there's only one way to find out.
John?
Or are you chicken?
No, but we still have our unpacking to do.
Chicken.
Oh, I am sorry if I frightened you. Actually, I think you frightened me more than I did you.
I wouldn't bet on that.
I do apologize. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Bertie Milton. It's jolly nice to meet you.
What are you doing here?
I live here.
You can't. We live here.
But you see, I'm the ghost. There's nothing to be frightened about.
Well, you would say that, wouldn't you?
Oh, come on. I know plenty of people who are ghosts.
Well, we don't.
You're joking, right? You can't possibly be a ghost.
Why not?
I don't believe in them.
Well, that doesn't stop me from existing, I'm afraid.
Why are you hiding back there?
I'm afraid I'm a little shy.
Wait a minute. You're the jockey in that picture downstairs, right?
Yes. Rather a good likeness, don't you think? Painted just before we won the Godolphin Cup. I might have still been alive today if it hadn't been for that party.
What party?
Surely you've heard of the Milton Fancy Dress Ball.
It's famous.
We celebrated winning the Godolphin Cup that same night. Bertie! You're drunk!
No, I'm sober as a judge.
Rubbish! Walk a straight line to save your life.
Of course I could. Watch this.
Bertie!
Here, hoist me up.
Get down, you fool!
Let go.
But don't worry, I didn't feel a thing.
So, all this happened in 1928?
Yes.
So, Mr. Milton...
Oh, please, call me Bertie. I say, what can I call you?
John.
Kate.
So, Bertie, you've been a ghost ever since?
No, I've only just completed my training. I'm not very good, I'm afraid. You see, I hate frightening people. It really scares the life out of me when they start screaming.
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, that's all right. We're friends now. Oh, I'm being summoned.
Oh, I've got to go. See you again soon.
Still haven't got this dematerialization thing quite right yet. I'll just...
Did that really happen? Or did we just imagine it?
Seemed pretty real to me.
I don't believe this. We've just made friends with a ghost. Uh-oh.
They're back.
Do we tell them?
No, I like it here. If Mum finds out there's a ghost, she'll want to move straight away.
for the last time. Dematerialization is perfectly simple.
I do try, Mr. Pym.
Trying is not good enough. Unless you pull your socks up, I'm going to have to put in a report about you.
Sorry.
And another thing. When I returned, I distinctly heard you talking to some children.
Well, yes.
Then why weren't they screaming their heads off?
They were very nice.
Nice? What's that got to do with it?
Well, they were very understanding.
I don't care. They were the babes in the wood. This house belongs to the Milton family, and it is your job to frighten off anyone who isn't a Milton. Now, get on with it.
Which only goes to prove that wherever you are, in this world or the next, you will still find some pompous official telling you what to do and how to behave. So, Bertie has a problem. Does he obey Mr. Pym and frighten the family away, or disobey and face the consequences?
David, supper's ready.
Won't be a moment.
What are you doing with Bertie?
Who?
It's the name of the jockey.
Well, what do you think?
Well, who is she?
My great-grandmother.
I've never seen that before.
Just had it painted from an old photograph.
She's very pretty.
Bridget Hannah Rhodes. Actually, she's the reason why we're here.
How do you mean?
She was a servant here for many years when she was young. She used to tell me wonderful stories about this house and all the important people who would come to stay.
Famous people.
Some of them, yes. She said her favourite times were the weekend house parties when all the guests would dress up in costume and play silly games.
Sounds fun.
She told me so many stories about this place. I used to dream about it. Still do. So in a way, it's rather like coming home.
Sounds a lovely lady.
She was.
Dad, can we have the attic to play in?
What's it like?
Absolutely fab.
Well, you can put that old picture with you when you go. Put it with the rest of the junk.
Oh, well, I...
Yeah, I love you too, darling, but I've got to go. Business. Great news, David. Alwix is flying over to discuss the picture with you.
When?
Soon. Oh, it's here.
What's wrong?
Image. I've sold you as a famous writer. You've got to look as though you're rolling in it. Now, the house is fine. The furniture. Oh, hello, Paula.
We've only just bought this, Hugh.
Paula, whatever you paid, it was too much.
Of course, the original furnishings were rather grand.
You've seen photographs?
No, I've seen them in my dreams.
Bertie.
Bertie,
Where are you?
Bertie,
We're back.
Bertie.
Perhaps he's just a daytime ghost.
What's my painting doing up here?
Sorry, Bertie. Dad's replaced it with one of his great-grandmothers.
Oh dear, this just hasn't been my day.
What's wrong?
I'm in awful trouble with Mr. Pym.
Who's Mr. Pym?
Oh no, I've put my foot in it. You're not even supposed to know he exists.
Okay. So we'll forget about him.
I wish I could. He says I should be busy frightening you and your family out of this house.
Why?
Because the first Lord Milton made a dying vow that no one could live in this house except a Milton.
That's stupid.
Yes, especially as I'm the last in the line. But unfortunately, Mr. Pym's a stickler for rules.
Well, you can tell him from me we're not going.
Well, I don't want you to go.
We can pretend that you're frightening us.
Now, that's a great idea.
Right.
Oh, come on, Kate, could you do a little bit better than that? No, yes, Kate, that's very good.
Hang on, Kate, we're coming!
Oh, now you've done it, I've got to go. All right, this is a hard one. Watch this.
Hey, I did it!
wrong?
Yeah,
She saw a spider.
Is that all? I thought you'd seen a ghost.
Looks peaceful, doesn't it? But one should never be fooled by appearances. Bertie may have decided which side he was on, but he had his whole family tradition against him. And tradition was a thing you don't flaunt easily.
Can you hear him? Sounds as if he's happy.
I say, he really is getting to grips with this haunting business,
That should please Mr. Pin.
whom we've never even heard of, right?
Right.
What?
Ah, that's what I call a haunting. Don't worry, this family won't stay here any longer than the others did.
David? Do you think the kids possibly did really see a ghost?
No, of course they didn't.
How can you be so sure?
Darling, they are of that age. Can't you remember deliberately spooking yourself when you were a teenager?
What was that?
Don't you start. It's the floorboard expanding. It's an old house.
He was right, you know.
Huh? What?
Hugh, that furniture we bought, it is tatty.
So we'll buy some better stuff.
I wonder what happened to the original furniture.
Oh, long since gone. Pity. It really would be impressive.
Good night, darling.
No.
Bertie, don't do that. You frightened me.
Oh, but it's my job to frighten people.
I'm not people.
Sorry.
What time is it?
Oh, it's well into haunting time. Anyway, I've got something very important to tell you.
Okay, which one have you moved it? Kate?
Wasn't me.
Then it must be you, John.
Or it could have been someone else.
Don't be ridiculous, Kate. Who else is there in this house except the four of us?
Well, it could have been.
It was me.
For heaven's sake, why?
Because that's where it always used to hang.
How do you know?
Come on, everyone, breakfast. We've got a busy day. Your father has to see his agent, and I have to get some better furniture than this before that film producer arrives.
Pity the original stuff's gone.
Maybe I can help.
How?
Found this piece of paper in the attic.
Cooper's furniture depository.
Perhaps that's where the original furniture went.
Might be worth a look.
There you go. All yours.
Evans, all this came from Milton Hall.
All this lot here keeps coming and going regular as clockwork.
Coming and going.
Aye, people get all excited. They buy it, take it to Milton Hall. The next thing I know, they want to flog it all back to me. It's been a good little earner, has this lot.
Will you take a check?
Of course, when you bring it all back, I won't be paying you what you're paying me.
Don't worry, Mr. Cooper, I won't be bringing this back.
I wouldn't bet on that, lady.
Why?
Well, they reckon it's haunted.
George! George!
He's not back there.
Nowhere.
You don't think he's gone back home, do you?
Hope not. Bertie, what are you doing out here?
Keeping out of Mr. Pym's way.
What's wrong? You look very unhappy.
I am. I'm in all sorts of trouble.
Oh dear. Anything we can do to help?
Only leaving. Mr. Pym's been on at me again.
You can tell him from us, we're not going.
I don't think you realize the forces that you're up against. It's just no good, I'm afraid.
But you'll help us, won't you, Bertie?
Me? You don't want me.
Yes, we do. You're a friend.
A very special friend.
Well, thank you. In that case, I'll do what I can.
During all this time, David had been having a very successful meeting with his agent concerning the sale of his book to a film company. He couldn't wait to get home and tell Paula and the kids all about it.
Kids! Kids! Where are you?
Paula, do you know what they're going to pay? Wow.
Well?
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. This is exactly as Granny described it.
And how you saw it in your dreams?
Yes, yes. Look, even down to the suit of armour.
There you are. Yeah, it was strange. It was almost as if the furniture had a mind of its own. Where's that music coming from?
What music?
You can hear music, Mum? Yes. Oh, it sounds like a ukulele.
It must be my radio. I'll just go check.
Must be going deaf. Can't hear a thing.
Bertie, take it in.
Well,
Do you want to give the whole game away?
Oh, what have I done now?
My mother could hear you.
Oh, that's good news, isn't it?
No, it's not. The man who sold her the furniture said he thought this house was haunted.
Oh, that's rubbish.
Is it? Well, how would you feel if she got someone in to exorcise this place?
Oh, I wouldn't like that one bit. Neither would Mr. Pym.
Right. Let's just keep this to ourselves.
You know, I'm sure Mr. Pym's been planning something nasty for me. He's been going around with a very smug smile on his face.
and Bertie's instincts were correct. Mr. Pym was planning something nasty for him. Bertie was in for a shock, and so were the Rhodes children. Up to now, they'd kept their friendly ghost a secret, but things were about to get out of control.
And this is Great Aunt Elizabeth. Mad Lizzie, they used to call her. Thought she was a bird and tried jumping off the Eiffel Tower.
And who's this? He looks cross.
Oh, he was. My father, Sir Jasper Milton. He brought me up. Didn't believe in sparing the rod. And that's my Merlin. No wonder your mother could hear the music.
Why?
Well, everything's in its right place, apart from my portrait.
Don't start that again.
But she doesn't belong here.
She used to work here.
Oh, one of the servants. Oh, I'm being called. Got to go. I'll forget my own head next.
Would rather you didn't.
Huh? Yes. Got an idea. See if I can get this right. Now you see me, and now you don't. Oh, Bertie, you're getting much better at this disappearance thing. Oh, Father, I was just thinking about you, wondering how you were getting on in that.
Stop waffling, boy. You realize this is the middle of the racing season, and to be called here simply because you can't do your job, well, it's simply not good enough.
But
no excuses, boy.
I have tried.
Don't try. Do. These people aren't Miltons. They shouldn't be here. Get rid of them.
Quite so.
The famous American film producer, Al Wicks, had at long last arrived to discuss the making of the film. It was a very important night, make or break. Paula had employed a butler and a cook so that everything would go smoothly for this very crucial dinner party. And things seemed to be going very well.
Not bad little digs you got here, Davy. Not bad at all. Quaint. You should see my place in Malibu. Ocean views, 26 rooms.
It's just not right, you know.
Shut up, David. I got a few minor suggestions.
Honey, why ain't that other waiter helping out?
What other waiter?
Don't interrupt, honey.
Go, Bertie. She can see you.
Well, what are you doing now?
Nothing.
Right. Now, let's bring you up to speed, Davy. You ever see War of the Worlds?
H.G. Wells.
Yeah, that guy wrote great sci-fi movies.
What's that got to do with my book? Mine's a love story.
Exactly. Love is universal, timeless. So we set it in the future, in a spaceship.
What? Spaceship.
Big box office, Davy. Sci-fi films make lots of money. And you wait until you see the special effects I got planned.
Special effects?
The monsters will be great.
I did tell you a film is not always an exact copy of the book, David.
What book?
David, darling, there's no red wine on the table.
What?
Can you organise it?
Oh, yeah. Right.
He gets a bit excited.
No, that's always a good sign, Hugh. Means he's taking everything in.
Yeah.
It's gonna ruin it. Ruin it. Man has no soul. He's... Oh. So, you've decided to come back, have you? Good mind to shove you down his fat throat.
Have we calmed down yet?
No.
Well, you can't stay here all night. Come on. David, come on.
I was just telling Hugh that after the world was destroyed...
What?
No, David, wait for the clincher.
Hey, that's real cute. Al, did you see what he just did?
Who did?
This here waiter guy.
Honey, take it easy on the juice, will you? Where was I?
You just destroyed the world.
Oh, yeah, that's right. After the galactic battle and Adam and Eve.
Who?
They're the boy and girl in your story.
I don't think I'm hearing.
No, listen to this, David. They come back to Earth to start again, and here's the clincher. Eve turns out to be an android. What kind of crazy screwball trick is this?
About the sanest thing is having all evening. Go on, push off. Get back to Malibu. Keep your grubby hands off my book.
Okay, Buster, you've just lost the best deal you'll ever have. Come on.
Please don't be upset. It was only Bertie.
Bertie?
He's just a new ghost and not very good at it yet.
Ghost? Come on.
That was quite a night. No film, no money, no house, end of dream. And the irony was, it was Bertie's fault. He was only trying to help, but he'd caused the very thing he didn't want to happen.
Hiding a wine bottle up your sleeve. You're a ghost, not a conjurer. And as for the cat...
Thought the cat was a brilliant stroke. They're the sort of thing I'd have done myself.
I hope not. The point is, the family having no money will now have to leave.
I think they're the nicest family that have lived here in years.
What's that got to do with it? They are not Miltons. Now, you've done your job, so please don't interfere anymore.
Pim, got a question I want to ask Bertie.
Please go ahead, Sir Jasper.
It's sort of private.
Carry on.
Over the fireplace, painting of a young woman.
Mind if I barge in?
We're not much fun right now, I'm afraid. We're leaving.
We're going to lose the house.
I know, and it's all my fault. Fine friend I turned out to be.
No, it was that awful Mr. Wicks.
Aye, but if I hadn't have pulled the silly stunt with the cat...
Here is the result of the 1 o'clock at Doncaster.
First, Drakestrom, second, Aunt Polly, and third, my hero. There were 10 runners, and Drakestrom came in at 7 to 1.
Bertie, you knew.
Sorry?
You named the first 3.
Yes?
But how?
Well, I still follow the horses.
And you know who's going to win?
Yes, bit boring, really.
Oh no, it's not. Kate.
I know. The answer to all Dad's money problems.
Yeah. Providing we can persuade Dad.
Dad? Had a very funny dream last night.
Yes?
I was at this race course and this
You've never been to a race course?
I know. That's why it was so strange. Anyway, this jockey came up to me and he gave me a piece of paper with the names of 3 horses on it. Do you know why?
They all won.
Yep. And as I was leaving, he gave me another piece of paper with another 3 names on it.
And they're all running at Doncaster tomorrow.
And you thought if I put money on them, we'd win a fortune, right?
Yeah.
Give it a go, Dad.
Listen, we've little enough money left as it is without betting on dreams.
Okay, so who moved the painting?
So me, Dad.
Not me.
Getting fed up with this.
Wasn't us, Dad. Honest.
Well, paintings don't move on their own. I suggest you look for it.
So who had moved the painting? And why? Well, great-grandma was certainly a beautiful young woman, but it wasn't a very special painting. It only had sentimental value, though, of course, that can be the most valuable of all.
I swear I haven't moved it.
Someone has.
I wonder.
Never mind the painting. How are we going to get Dad to back tomorrow's winners?
Easy. As soon as he sees them bob home, he'll soon change his mind.
You really think so?
I'll guarantee it.
Right. Give us the names.
Holding on, Victor is coming fast. Can he catch him?
You better not.
By step on it, but at the line, it's Wicked Wonder. Victor Wicked step on it.
This time you've gone too far, encouraging them to bet on horse races.
Oh, come on, Tim. No harm in someone having a little flutter.
With respect, Sir Jasper, if the family win a great deal of money, then they will be able to stay on in Milton Hall.
Ah, take your point.
I don't believe it. 3 winners? Now, that can't be just pure luck, Paula, can it?
Surely you're not serious.
If only I backed them.
What if I was to give you another surefire winner, Dad?
This time, Kate, I'd listen.
Right. Bertie?
And in broad daylight. Never mind about that now. What we need is the winners for the 3 o'clock.
Look,
Look at what?
that man they're talking to.
They're talking to that painting. Have you flipped your lid, darling?
Dad, we got it!
Got what?
The winner for the 3 o'clock.
What happened? Did it float down the chimney?
No, it was that man you were talking to, right?
Yeah, but, Mum, you actually saw him.
Yes. He was wearing evening dress and tails.
Is this some kind of leg pull?
No, Dad. Bertie is the jockey in that picture.
Talking pictures, I see.
No, darling, Bertie was his ghost.
And you can all see him, but I can't. What's the matter with me?
It's because you don't believe, Dad.
But you can believe this. The winner at the 3 o'clock today is a horse called...
Fancy.
And the odds are 20 to 1.
20 to 1?
Come on, Dad, you can't lose.
It's famous last words.
How many times does he have to be told not to interfere? I'm sorry, Sir Jasper, when a ghost gets out of control, the only thing to do is call on someone with real authority.
Spent my life as a trainer. Know more about horses than Bertie ever did. Leave him to me.
And so the big race came. The race that would decide the fate of the Rhodes family and the Milton house. The children were excited. The father was nervous. Had he done a crazy thing, something he'd lived to regret?
The favourite tomboy is flying fancy, and tomboy will find it out. It'll be close, but fancy.
Darling, we've just won 20,000.
Folks, there's been an objection. Well, there was some pushing going on
Don't
out there,
worry.
which is
Bertie said he could see Fancy crossing the line first.
And he did. So how can anyone object?
Tomboy has been promoted to first. The stewards have disqualified Fancy for taking Tomboy's ground, so it is...
He saw his horse cross the line first, but I saw the real winner. Told you I knew a thing or two.
If only Bertie hadn't got it wrong.
Bertie?
David, I saw him.
Okay, so we've got ourselves a talking ghost who likes to play jokes.
I thought it must be you who took the portrait, Father.
None of your business, boy.
Except that I got the blame for it, and for losing that race. Everything I do to help seems to go wrong. At least I can put this back.
Leave it alone, boy.
Bertie! Bertie!
Where are you? I need to talk to you.
What sort of idea?
The most fantastical one you've ever heard.
And it would make you world famous.
Really?
Question is, Bertie, could you do it?
Or would you be allowed to do it?
Do what?
Haunt a dozen people at a time.
A dozen?
The full works. Groaning, teleportation, and rattling your chains.
And strumming your ukulele.
A candlelit banquet with you as the star attraction. People would pay a fortune to see you, Bertie.
And it would solve all Dad's money problems.
Crumbs, a dozen people at once. I bet Mr. Pym never tried anything like that. Trouble is, could I do it? Everything else I've tried seems to go wrong.
Only one way to find out.
And so it was arranged. Kate was right. People flocked to pay good money to attend a banquet at which a ghost was guaranteed to appear. For the Rhodes family, it seemed as if all their worries were over.
So, when is this ghost due to appear, huh?
Oh, probably during dinner.
What? Probably? You mean you're not sure?
Don't worry. He'll be here.
For that sort of money, he better be.
Now, as soon as everyone's seated, I'll tell you something about our resident ghost.
I've just heard about what is going on. Come with me now. I said now! Rules are there to be obeyed, not to be flouted simply because of some stupid whim of your own.
Well, it's certainly stupid to say that this house can only be lived in by the Milton family when all the Miltons have died out.
Steady on, boy.
Are you questioning the wisdom of the First Lord Milton?
Yes, I am. Sounds like he was not a fool.
Now you've done it.
In that case, you'd better tell him that face to face.
Oh, no.
Well, we've been here 20 minutes, and nothing's happened yet. Hey, listen, bud. I hope for your sake those kids of yours ain't gonna show up with sheets over their heads.
Speak, Pym.
Well, my lord, This is about Bertie Milton.
You mean this miserable-looking creature is a Milton?
Yes, my lord. And I'm afraid he's rather disgraced the family name.
Continue.
Bertie! Bertie!
Where are you?
Goodness knows I've tried to teach him, but all he wants to do is play that ridiculous ukulele. Ridiculous? He doesn't like frightening people. He can hardly raise a groan. And as for his chain rattling, that can only be described as pathetic.
Enough! I want to hear what Bertie has to say for himself.
But I haven't told you...
Silence!
I can't believe Bertie would let us down like this.
Yeah, come on. We get sick of waiting.
We want the ghost. 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 We want the ghost.
Do we give them the money back?
No, not yet.
We want the ghost. We want the ghost. We want the ghost. We want the ghost. We want the ghost.
This will be the second time this ghost of yours has let us down. Must be mad to listen to you all.
I admit, I don't like frightening people. So I thought, why can't I be a friendly ghost? I just wanted humans to stop being afraid of ghosts, that's all.
Of course, he's carefully avoided the issue of only Miltons being allowed to live here.
I'll deal with that issue later. Well, I've listened to what you have to say, Bertie Milton. I must admit you do have a point. Ghosts are getting rather a bad press these days. You only have to watch television and films. Personally, I rather like Bertie's ideas. After all, there's nothing to beat a live show.
Well, another disappointment, young man.
No. Right. That's it. Lady, I want my money back. I want it now.
Look, just wait a little bit longer. I'm sure he'll be here.
Oh, yeah. Well, so will Christmas.
Come on.
Very good, Paula. If we don't give them the money back, they'll wreck the place.
Quiet, everyone.
Bertie's coming. Don't go.
Just sound effects. Come on, honey, it's some kind of trick. We're out of here.
You'll be sorry.
Cheers, everyone. Oh, sorry I'm late.
Paula, I can see him. I can see Bertie.
Hello, Kate.
Hello, Bertie.
Now you do it to me, Kate.
You sure?
Yes. Let's give them their money's worth.
Wow! Yeah! Hey, did you guys see that? Now that's what I call it. Now what would I call that?
What's going on? I was just beginning to enjoy myself.
Sit down, Jasper. I haven't finished with you yet.
Me? What have I done?
It's what you haven't done that worries me. Yes, hang your head in shame, Jasper. You toyed with this young lady's affections, didn't you?
No. No, I was in love with her and she was in love with me. We were going to get married.
And you jilted her?
No. No, my father would not let me marry her.
And you didn't stand up to him, did you?
No. But the estate was in financial trouble. Father said that it was my duty to marry a rich heiress. It was duty before love, I'm afraid.
And you let her walk out of your life forever?
Yes. I've not seen her to this day.
She never stopped loving you till the day she died.
Nor I her.
3 months after she left you, she married a man named Rhodes. And 4 months later, she gave birth to a son.
But that would be...
Yes, him. David Rhodes is Sir Jasper's great-grandson.
He could have carried on the family name.
Had you but married her?
Yes, it's too late now.
Is it? Some say the best marriages are made in heaven. Any ideas about where you might take your honeymoon, Jasper, my boy?
Well, before I talk to Bertie about that, well, he mentioned a place he knows in the States. 26 rooms, ocean views.
Oh, it was a wonderful wedding. I do wish you could have all been there.
Are you saying my great-grandmother and he...
My father? Yes, they got married. They're on their honeymoon now. In Malibu, in fact. You know, I was able to give them the name for most interesting haunt.
Ah.
So if your father and our great-great-grandmother are married, does that mean we're now Miltons?
Correct.
And you no longer have to get rid of us?
Exactly. But don't worry, I'll pop in from time to time.
You're not leaving us?
Afraid so. Now that you're all officially Miltons, there's no need for me to stay.
But you're our best friend.
We could have so much fun together.
Couldn't you persuade Mr. Pumpkin?
I've tried, but orders are orders. I'm sorry.
So are we. Really sorry.
Gonna miss you, Bertie.
We'll miss you, Bertie.
I miss you too. You're the best family I've ever had. Bye, John. Bye, Kate.
And I'd only just got to know him.
I've just had a thought.
What?
Well, with no more ghostly banquets, how are we going to find the money to keep this place?
I don't know what you said, but you did it. Congratulations. Sign this.
What is it?
Don't be coy, David, and stop wasting time. I've got 2 minutes. I've got to catch the noon flight to LA and wrap this deal up before he changes his mind. Now sign.
Who are you talking about, and what is this?
Your contract, of course, for the film. Al Wicks called me from Malibu. Raving, if you ask me, but still. He said, take your ghosts back and you can have any deal you want.
My ghosts?
Yeah, I know. There's no ghosts in your book, are there? What's he on about?
How does he know about Kate? Did you tell Mr. Wicks about Bertie?
Who's Bertie?
He's the one that sent Sir Jasper.
Oh. Never mind. The point is, Wicks is doing the film as per the original idea. So sign. I'm off. See you later. Bye!
So, some dreams can come true. But first, you've got to have a dream. And then, hold on to it. And never give up the ghost.
darkest night. Don't be afraid. Step through your darkest hour. Be strong, be brave. Somewhere in time, there's always goodbye. Let's lay this ghost to rest. You must let go. Spirited away on the angel's silent song. Somewhere I will love you. Let's lay this ghost to rest on a star that's far away with the angel's silent song. Let's lay this ghost to rest.
Close your eyes.